but there are some cool announcements I want to bring up for the week. Number one, Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. I don't know how everyone feels about this. I'm gonna be transparent about my opinion. As soon as Francis Ngannou left the UFC, and even when he was doing his negotiations, I felt like he was really greedy. I feel like he's just trying to secure that bag, which we all are. But kind of don't bite the hand that feeds you. The UFC made him what he is, and I don't disagree with him wanting a little more. But from what all the negotiations from PFL, I believe he spoke to the one Bellator. I think he spoke to almost every promotion. The presidents of the company would come on and say, "Hey, it's just unrealistic." And he was the heavyweight champ in the UFC, had a few title wins there, but I don't think Francis Ngannou is a household name like that. I don't think he's someone where everyone's just dying to see him fight, and it's not like a Conor McGregor just drawing in this huge audience. Excuse me. So I think he had less leverage than what he thought he did. However, like always, we get some of them wrong. Excuse me, because I'm dying over here. So he was able to sign with PFL, and great for him. I think he's a great guy. Love what he stands for. Came from nothing, so I always appreciate a guy like that. He was able to actually become, I believe, like the chair of PFL Africa. Don't quote me on the position, but I know he has some sort of involvement with PFL Africa, and I'm sure that's what he wanted. And he has some sort of say in the board that has to do with paying fighters, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I remember the article I read a couple months back. But now you have Francis Ngannou, a heavyweight mixed martial arts champion in the UFC, moving to PFL. You have him going against the best boxer in the world, the best heavyweight boxer in the world, Tyson Fury. And I remember when McGregor fought Mayweather, and there was a lot of hoopla around that, and I think there was a lot of excitement around that. But McGregor was a household name, and everybody kind of wanted to see someone like him step into the ring. With McGregor walking into that ring and facing someone like Floyd Mayweather, one of the best boxers of all time, if not the best boxer of all time, we saw that at the end of the day, they're two different sports. And yes, it is a lot easier for a mixed martial artist to walk into a boxing ring than a boxer to walk into the octagon. However, the boxers are still worlds ahead. They've been training for years. They have a focus in boxing. It's what they do. And yes, in a street fight, the MMA fighter wins every time. In a boxing fight, the boxer wins. So am I really interested to see this fight? Yes, I am. Do I plan on going crazy? Is it a huge draw for me? No, because I know what's going to happen. But the fact that these guys are heavyweights, I think what everybody's dying for is to know if Francis Ngannou could catch Tyson Fury. And in reality, it may happen. It's fighting. I feel like that's less likely in a smaller weight class. I think a smaller guy just gets outboxed. Of course, they could still land the knockout punch like anyone. But the fact that you have someone like Francis, just a monster, a mutant, let's call him a mutant, walk in there and get to throw blows, I think it's going to be kind of fun. So I'm not indifferent about it. I want to watch it. I'm not too excited. I think I know what the result is, but I think it's interesting. And I don't necessarily think it's good for the sport of boxing. I think boxing is getting a little gimmicky, but I'm happy for Francis Ngannou because I think he's been doubted a lot, included by me. I never thought this fight would actually take place. I didn't think his name was big enough, but he was able to secure it. And I think you have to give him the credit. The guy's persistent and the guy's very ambitious and he's getting it done. So let me know what you think about that fight. I'm very curious to know what casuals are thinking. And I call myself the MMA casual, but I guess I'm shifting over the combat sports casual. So let me know what you think and be sure to subscribe, share, guys. And of course, stick around for more UFC news.